Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Rising Parent Podcast, where we tackle the everyday challenges of raising awesome humans. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm Edna, ready to share in the triumphs, the tears, and the occasional homework-induced meltdowns.
Exactly, Edna. And speaking of homework-induced meltdowns, today's episode is all about that delicate dance of helping your kids with their homework without actually doing their homework. We're calling it Homework Heroes, empowering kids to conquer their assignments without doing it for them.
I love that title, Tim, because let's be honest, it's tempting to just swoop in and save the day, especially when faced with a child's frustrated tears over quadratic equations, but we all know that doesn't actually help them in the long run.
Nope, it creates little homework-dependent monsters. We'll be diving deep into how to foster independence, identify where your child is genuinely struggling, and provide the right kind of support so they can actually learn and succeed.
I'm excited. I could definitely use a few pointers myself.
I hear ya. Well, get ready as we explore the best ways to navigate the homework battlefield. Let's dive in. So, Edna, let's start with the biggest temptation, the urge to just do the homework for them. Why is that such a bad idea?
Where do I even begin? Okay, imagine you're training for a marathon. Would you let someone carry you for half the race? No. You need to put in the work to build those muscles, learn pacing, and feel the accomplishment of crossing that finish line. Homework is the same. It's training for bigger challenges later in life. If we do it for them, they miss out on that crucial learning process.
That's a great analogy. And it also robs them of the satisfaction of figuring things out on their own. They don't develop problem-solving skills, they don't build confidence, and they learn that the easiest way to get something done is to get someone else to do it.
Exactly. Plus, you create a dependency. Mommy, Daddy, do my homework becomes the default setting, and that's not setting them up for success in college or the workplace.
Okay, so we agree, no homework carrying. But what about those times when they're genuinely stuck? How do we know when they need help versus when they're just trying to get out of doing it?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I think it's important to observe them while they're working. Are they just staring blankly at the page? Are they frustrated to the point of tears? Or are they just sighing dramatically every 5 minutes?
The dramatic sighs. Kids are masters of those. I think it comes down to understanding their usual work habits. If they consistently struggle with a particular subject, that's a red flag that they might need more support. But if it's a one-off, maybe they just need a little encouragement to push through.
Good point. And it's crucial to ask questions. Don't just jump in with the answer. Ask things like, what's confusing you about this problem? Or what have you tried so far? Guiding them to find the solution themselves is much more effective than just handing it to them.
I like that. It's about facilitating, not dictating. Think of it like being a GPS, not a chauffeur. You provide the directions, but they still have to drive the car.
I love that. So you're guiding them toward the right answer, but not solving it for them. And sometimes that might involve breaking the problem down into smaller, more manageable steps.
Absolutely, especially for younger kids. If they're overwhelmed by a large project, help them create a schedule, break it into smaller tasks, and celebrate each milestone. It makes the whole thing less daunting.
And it's okay to say, I don't know. If they're asking about something you're genuinely clueless about, admit it. Then use it as an opportunity to learn together. Let's look it up online, or let's check out a book at the library.
That's a great idea, Edna. It models lifelong learning and shows them that it's okay to not know everything. Plus, it empowers them to find answers on their own.
Speaking of resources, don't forget about the teacher. If your child is consistently struggling, reach out to their teacher. They might have suggestions for extra help or different ways to approach the material.
Definitely. And sometimes it's just about creating a conducive learning environment, a quiet space free from distractions with all the necessary supplies.
Absolutely. Kids need absolute silence. No TV, no music, no siblings breathing too loudly.
I get it. It does help them focus.
It's all about finding what works for each individual child. And remember, praise effort, not just results. Even if they get the answer wrong, acknowledge the hard work they put in. I can see you really tried to solve that problem, even though it was tough.
That's so important, Edna. Fostering a growth mindset is key. It's about teaching them that intelligence isn't fixed and that they can improve with effort and practice.
Exactly. And let's not forget the importance of taking breaks. Trying to cram for hours on end is counterproductive. Encourage them to get up, move around, have a snack, and recharge.
Good point. And remember, homework isn't the only thing that matters. Make sure they're getting enough sleep, eating healthy meals, and getting plenty of physical activity. All of those things contribute to their ability to focus and learn.
And finally, let's be real. Sometimes kids just need a little encouragement. A simple, "I believe in you," can go a long way.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want to instill in them. A belief in their own ability to learn and succeed. Okay, Edna, let's recap the key takeaways for our listeners.
Let's do it.
First, resist the urge to do their homework for them. Focus on fostering independence and problem-solving skills.
Second, observe your child while they're working and ask questions to identify where they're genuinely struggling.
Third, guide them towards the solution, but don't hand it to them. Think of yourself as a GPS, not a chauffeur.
Fourth, break down large projects into smaller, more manageable tasks.
Fifth, don't be afraid to say, "I don't know." Use it as an opportunity to learn together.
Sixth, reach out to the teacher for extra help and suggestions.
Seventh, create a conducive learning environment, free from distractions.
Eighth, praise effort, not just results. Foster a growth mindset.
And finally, remember to encourage breaks and make sure they're getting enough sleep, healthy meals, and physical activity.
And, most importantly, let them know you believe in them.
Great recap, Edna. So there you have it, some practical tips for helping your child with homework without actually doing it for them. It's a challenging balancing act, but with patience, understanding, and a little bit of creativity, you can empower your child to become a confident and independent learner. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode. We hope you found these tips helpful in navigating the homework battlefield.
And remember, you've got this, parents. You're raising awesome kids, and you're doing a great job. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. And remember to take care of yourselves, too.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on the Rising Parent Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and leave us a review. It helps us reach more parents who are looking for support and guidance.
And be sure to share this episode with your friends. Sharing is caring, especially when it comes to navigating the ups and downs of parenthood.
Until next time, happy parenting.